Now, if you don't know, I'm a huge sports watcher. I love the NFL and I love the NBA. So before even going to this movie theater, I knew the entire history of Michael Jordan and the biggest shoe deal ever with Nike. And I knew all the details. But when you have a great cast and you have Ben Affleck directing, the hype level went up a little bit.
Here's Johnny. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Expecto Patronum!
Air stars Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, and Viola Davis, and follows the history of shoe salesman Sonny and how he led Nike in its pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan. From director Ben Affleck, who gave us classics like Argo, The Town, Gone Baby Gone, he is actually a very good director, and when I heard he was making this movie, I was like, finally, a new Ben Affleck movie, because we were supposed to have him direct a Batman movie. And after watching this movie, it makes me really one day, just give us a Batman movie. I don't even care if it's a streaming movie. But anyways, that's another conversation. So Air is about Michael Jordan and the complete biggest deal in shoe history with Nike. And if you don't know all the history and the details, this movie is perfect for you to watch. Again, I knew a lot of these details. I've seen the Michael Jordan documentary. I've seen many documentaries, highlights of Michael Jordan. There is a reason why they call him the GOAT. There was a reason why they call him the greatest athlete ever of all time. 6-time champion. I mean, it's Michael Jordan. So this movie takes the entire perspective of Nike, and you have Matt Damon as our main lead who is trying to get this deal done because Michael Jordan, he was going for Adidas. That was the big thing back in 1984. He was gonna be with that brand, and that was his shoe. But Nike had a different plan, and this movie does a perfect job of explaining how this entire deal gets set up and how strings need to get pulled from Matt Damon to convince the Jordan family that Nike is where he goes and makes his brand. Obviously, spoiler, but it does end up happening that way, and this movie does a great job of just giving you enough intensity while also being very funny, dramatic, and getting you to know each one of these characters throughout the entire movie. Matt Damon, he's a great actor. I've never seen a movie where he's honestly bad, and he is very good in this role. He's very human in this movie. Actually, everyone in this movie is very human. Ben Affleck, he's a little quirky, but when you see the ending credits, you see the boss of who he's playing, and he looks like a quirky guy. So Ben Affleck, he's very good in the movie, but it's his directing that really outshines everyone. But for our main actors, Matt Damon's great. Jason Bateman is very good, has a very great dramatic monologue. Viola Davis, I have nothing to say except perfect. She's great as Jordan's mom. Everyone in this movie is just so damn good, especially the guy who's the agent of Michael Jordan. I forget the actor's name. I know he's in Devil, but he's really good in this movie. But like I said, Ben Affleck's direction is it's just perfect. It seriously is perfect. How he gives our performers just time to breathe. The dialogue felt so fluent. It just felt so easy. Like every scene that has Chris Tucker, who is awesome in this movie, he is such a just likable presence, and it feels like the actor himself got time to just develop this character through words of dialogue written on the script. And that script is so damn good. I know it's really early on to see this script get nominated for an Oscar or something, because the script of this movie, it really just gives the actors playing time. It gives the performers real life dialogue. And the direction by Ben Affleck is so good in the movie that the energy of this movie is felt. And that's great soundtrack, production design, and the complete look of this movie. The soundtrack is going to be one of the biggest talks of this movie, and it's very good. The costume design, the production they had of this entire office, you can tell they went into all the details with the walls, posters, things on people's desks. I mean, there are certain things in this movie that are just perfect for 1984, and it really comes together as we are the 80s, and we're trying to sign Michael Jordan with all of the big time brands happening out there. And the movie does it just perfectly. The pace of this movie, the performances, the directing, the cinematography. If I had really any issues, there's a few bad green screen moments. That's really it. I mean, this is a really interesting story. Even if you're not a sports fan, I think you can find this movie very enjoyable, very interesting, very heartwarming, and like I said, it is funny. With a great cast, great directing, I think Ben Affleck has made one of, if not, his best movie in a long time. I'm gonna give Air an A. I really enjoyed this movie, and my dad is a huge sports fan, so I cannot wait for this to come out and buy it so he can watch it because, again, it's a great story. It's great, just a human connection story. People can really go into this movie and just feel good watching it. That's what I can say. It's a feel-good movie, and it's a storyline that I find interesting because I'm a sports fan, so I was into it from the beginning. Anyway, guys, enjoyed this movie review. Also, real quick, I'm trying something with my new sound. Tell me how it is, please. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.